All right, welcome everyone. It's Friday night, so you know the deal. The deal is to try to solve some coding challenge under 40 minutes. All right, so everything seems up and running. This stream is for entertainment purposes only, and without further, oh damn, yeah, for success. Without further ado, let's see what the problem we've got today. So, pick one. Hard one. Now it's time. Now it's still medium. Palindromic substrings. Given a string S, return the number of palindromic substrings in it. Obviously, if you can reverse it. A, B, C, I have no idea. Oh, A, B, and C. Huh, interesting. Well, it looks like to me it looks like to me like dynamic programming. Smell some dynamic programming here. Oh man, not again, not dynamic programming. Why people like it if it's dynamic programming? Okay, let me see the hint. Not the hint, the topic. Dynamic programming, shit. Oh man. Hate it. All right, let's switch to the whiteboard and see. Yeah, I have no idea what to do here. I mean, I can solve it, but it's unlikely that I will pass the time complexity check. So, let's see what we've got. Let's see, we have this custom A, B, C. So obviously the result should be 5, right? A, B, A, C, and A, B, A. Okay, assuming I can just reverse it as well. No. Embedded reversal. A, B, A, right? So so we have 1,000 letters. So imagine Yeah, I don't think it's something easy. I mean, one way you reverse it and check substrings, right? When you shift two strings, the forward way and reverse way by one, let's say. But this will create I mean, the simple one, you just return the length and you already will pass some checks. Alright, so we run the code, and if you go to the default scene, you're just returning the length and you say, oh yeah, we passed it. So if we submit, we pass, we check, but obviously we didn't solve the algorithm. So what's interesting is the way how do we form the string? Dynamic programming. It's either some weird data structure here is used, because I just have no idea. Alright, so because I have no idea, let me first check similar questions. So the longest one, I think I tried to solve it. Not sure what the difference between the two. So let's go through all of the hints, because otherwise I won't solve anything. I mean, I know the exhaustive search here. Okay, we can use that for search, split it on multiple substrings, and then check every substring if it's a palindrome or not, and count the total number. How can we reuse a previously computed palindrome to compute a larger palindrome? Obviously, this is the hint for the dynamic programming, right? Let's say we have this A. How can we reuse it? I have no idea. You add another A to A, it's palindrome. You add B to this, it's not palindrome. So let's go further. If ABA is a palindrome, is X ABX and palindrome? I mean, this is obvious that if you will keep adding this, to every side, right? So this is maybe the trick they're trying to do. So they try to tell you, all right, so we have, let's say, this array of A, B, A, and C. All right, obviously, in this array we have list of what? Of A, all right? Then we can go one thing to the left. It won't increase anything. Then we go another thing to the left. It gives us what, ABA, which is a palindrome. All right. And then all of this will be just B, A, and C. Yeah, I still don't see it. Sorry guys. So the third hint here. Complexity based hint. If we use brute force and check whether for every start and end position a substring is a palindrome, we have start and pairs and end palindromic checks. Can we reduce the time of palindromic checks to 1 by using some of the previous computation? seriously we have n square starting in pairs? Yeah, we do. It's quadratic. And then we do n palindromic checks. Can we reduce time for palindromic check to 01 if some of this is used? Yeah, I still have no idea what the structure to use and what's the code. Oh, all right, so okay, so obviously we can be the pair of start and end of itself, right? So one, let me go. So pairs to check, right? 1 1 2 2 0 0 and 4 4. Those are obvious. Then 1 2 1 3. Sorry, 0 1. This is for 1, right? This is for B. What we check? 0 1 1 2 1 3. Obviously we don't need to check then 0 1 and 1 0 because it doesn't make a lot of sense, so we can just go like n squared by half, I guess. Right. So let's do this first, all right? So let's see. Yeah, I forgot how to create reverse string. Reverse string, CPP. Yeah, I Googled it like 15 times already. Still can't remember. Yeah, simple. No, there should be like easy one. Yes, it's reverse. Okay. Let's call it R. So we'll need vector of bool. This is the dynamic programming part. We call it DP or palindrome, right? And let's say let's call it vector of vector, right? For simplicity. Vector of vector, which is by default s length and vector bool of again s length, and let's say false. Right, so So this one, for now I have no idea how to use, but we will try to make it to work. S length, right, and plus plus, and this is J. J starts with I. So we can just simply check if S substring of I J minus I plus 1, right? So if they're equal to each other, then consider this including element equals to, and you can actually have n equal S length, right, for simplicity. So then we can just say n here's n. So let's comment out this for now. So the idea is we take this reverse and then we need to translate this index to the reverse, right? So you don't see the code, right? So okay, so in this case, let's say I have from 0 to 2, right? But this 0 should be the last element here, and then the 2 is from the end, 1, 2, right? So it will be 4 minus 2 minus 1. Alright, I see. Equals R substring n minus 1 minus j, right? And n minus 1 minus I. So if j equal to I, no. Wait a second, this is the same length, right? J minus I plus 1, that's what we need. So if they're equal, then we just use one element. And if j is now, it's just the last element. Alright. Then we say int plus plus, right? Alright, so this is what we've had. So we need one extra here. Let's see if it still works. Alright, it works. But obviously we won't pass speed limit check. We did. Oh man. Alright, but you haven't seen this, right? We still forget to switch this. So very simple construction. So we are not using dynamic programming part. We will track if it's palindrome or not, right? I would imagine if j equals I, right, it's always true. So if we take the previous one, interesting though that it took so much memory here. I just wonder why. It's a lot. But you know, it wasn't us. Oh man. Right. We have 20 minutes to go. So we should crack this dynamic programming part. We already used all of the hints for medium problem, which is shame. But this damn dynamic programming never works. So okay, let's say, returning back to our example of A, B, A, C. So we know that, let's say, in our matrix, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, so 0, 0 element, which is A, this is true, right? So yes, it's a palindrome. Then we go from 0 to 1, right? From 0 to 1, so, and by the way, we never go this way, so we don't care about this. We start with 1, 1. We don't need to check 1, 0 because it's the same as 0, 1. So 0, 1, AB is not a palindrome, but how do we check that? How do we check that? So we add B, then we need to check that if B is a palindrome, or vice versa. Okay, assuming that we took ABC, it's not a palindrome. Then we say, okay, without C, yeah, I don't see. In case of 2, it's easy, you just check if they're equal or not. In case of 3, yes, 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 yes. So if it's 2, then you check 2 elements. If it's 3, then it's 1, which is true, and these 2 elements on this side. If it's 4, right? So okay, 1 element, yes. 2, if 0 equals 1, yes, otherwise no. right? 3 elements. Obviously the central one we assume it's so the one in the middle is obviously true, so if 0 equals 2, yes, otherwise no. So 4, now it's interesting, right? So for the 4, we say if A12, right, yes, and A0 equals A2, oh sorry, 3, right, then yes, otherwise no. This is how it works. All right. So yes, we can use this vector, and no, we don't need reverse. Bye bye. So let's switch to the code so we see I'm not cheating here, because I'm not. So we say if I equals j, obviously we say what, cnt plus plus and p of ij equals true. All right. Now else if so j minus I, right, equal 1. So there are 2 elements between them, right? And what? S I equals S J. You know what? We can actually do this. We don't need 2 separate things, because obviously if j less than 2, so it's either 0 or 1, and si equals sj. If I equals j, then si equals sj, obviously. Then we do this. So this is our initial conditions for 1 and 2. Then if it's greater than 2 elements, now we need to check I plus 1 and j minus 1, right? If this is one number, then it will be true, obviously. If p I plus 1 and j minus 1, right? So imagine in this case, when we have a, b, a, c, once we get I0, right, and j2, so the difference is 2 minus 0 is equal to 2, so it's not less than 2, so we will hit here, right? And we will already have, and then I plus 1 is 1 and j minus 1 is 1, so basically we will check b, and b will be already there, right? Because if j equals to 1, we say 0 1 true and 0 0 true. All right, So then what we're going to check, if Dij and Si equals Sj, there we go, do the same thing. Yeah, that's it. Run the code and see if it still works. Submit. Is it better? Nope. Oh man. Why not? That's 5 instead of 6. Oh, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Actually, we can save a little bit. We can save bool prior equals, so j minus I less than 2, true, otherwise Dij, and then we have just one prior and Si equals Sj, this thing, right? See out. I equals I, j equals j, palindrome, palindrome, right? Right, let's run and see what we've got. So it should be 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0, 2. Oh, what the heck? By the way, maybe we should subtract 1. No, expected 6. Alright, submit. Let's see. I feel we're close, but not much. 0, 1 is palindrome. 1, 1 is palindrome. And 1, 2 is palindrome, correct. And 2, 2 is palindrome, correct. So let's see why 6 I didn't get. Ah, the entire string. I wonder, so what it tells about the entire string. Wait, there is no entire string. Wait, why not? Alright, let's see why we don't check the entire string? We should check here, right? Is palindrome sounds to me like we're missing something here. So I0, J is in this case what? 2, right? So we should check 1 and 2 equals to what? 2 to something we already have. Maybe like this, let me check. So we are close, and we still have 2 minutes. And I feel like if we pass this test. But no guarantees though. So 0, 0 palindrome, 0, 1 palindrome, 0, 2 is not palindrome. Right, let's check. So it's Pi plus and J minus, right? So I plus so the problem is we haven't checked should we always start from central element and then go sideways? So the problem here, we didn't check the I plus 1 yet, right? So it sounds like we just should go in the reverse actually order. So we start with one element and then backtrack. Because I is always plus, right? So when we go one element lower, yeah, sounds like this. So let me try. N minus 1 actually greater or equals 0. And then I minus minus, right? And J will still remain positive because we need minus 1 previously, right? So in this case, we should be able to do this. But let's see if it still passes the check. All right. Yeah, now it's really weird structure, but do it pass now. Ooh. Then limit exceeded. So what if I will close this? we would pass now. But if it got to the time limit, it means, yeah, it's almost the end. The fun thing is, this is constant time, right? This is just checking left and right. But non-constant time, we have substring past the time limit. And this C out seems like the one that messes the whole thing. Yes, 40 minutes and better score. So now let's run a few more times just to check. Oh gosh, I hate dynamic programming, really. It's with all the hints like, oh yeah, really, I can just actually check this one. Doesn't feel like an easy task to do. So if it's 1000 by 1000, right, it's what, 1 million bits by 8, it's roughly 125,000 bytes or 125 kilobytes to store this memory in the bad case scenario. So should we play a little bit with u in, so we need 1000, so we need it with 16t and 16t. I would imagine this int, we can make it 32 if needed, but I would unsigned 16 should be enough, probably. Go to 1000. Yeah, nothing much here. It's just, it's bizarre thing. There we have half of elements unused. So we don't need reverse now. And we can call it not P but DP actually, so it's clear that this is dynamic programming thing. And okay, to be completely paranoid, we can also get rid of this, which will make the code look worse, but we can save another 2 bytes on memory. Oh man, doesn't look good though. It's -1 is length. Yeah, the rest is the same. And we may not use prior to save 1 extra bit, but we will. And string, we can say it's constant because we don't change it. But I'm not sure if it will save us anything. Time limit exceeded, interesting. Is it because of doing? Interesting. Time limit exceeded. How come it can be exceeded if we run it within the cycle? Alright. Let's just use the integers. I don't care. The one can run anything. So let's see. Yeah, the scores are basically the same. Now it only looks worse. So let's submit a few more times to get the best scores we can get. Alright, I'm sorry. I don't expect much anyway. So whiteboard. So we have 52 on time complexity. The memory, of course, is worse as 47. And look how close we are. We are just 1 point away from triple digits. We are at 99. Which I doubt is super great, so let's just be neutral for it. Alright. Yeah, I think we are done today. See you next time.